Good morning everyone and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity and day 2 of project shares for surprise creation. Now all of these things that I'm making, just in case you're kind of like new to the channel, were shown on Monday in the design team hall. So first up I'm going to show you this. Now I didn't make one because it would be huge. Although I would make one if I was going to use it straight away. Of course, we've got very damp weather here in Florida, so it's one of those things. I was going to make a huge flower, but because of all the humidity, I just cut pieces to show you that if you take each other of the dies and layer them up, and then you can just let me see what I've got on my table here, because you know I'm organised. I'll use my pickup tool and you can just curl them and you can make huge flowers. If you do them in white with glitter centers or something, they can go on the back of a chair for a wedding. I mean, you can use all of them and lay them up if you want to create a really full flower, but I just cut those just to show you just how nice and big they are. Right, so that's that one. Next up is the Nicole design for surprise creation, and it's the mermaid frame and the card back. Now I didn't actually use the card back. What this will do for you is create an opening card. So if that's what you like to do, I prefer to use an easel onto the back of everything. I try to sort of save my card stock, but a die like this is very useful for making your own envelope. Right, so this is what I made, and I dug deep into my stash, and this is a very old die from my stash. It's probably 3 or 4 years old, that one. So I just thought she would look lovely, you know, as a sort of like change. I mean, I suppose mermaids and what have you is the first thing that comes to mind, or seahorses and shells, but I just thought her sitting there on her little sandy bits with her palm trees would be cute. And that happy birthday there is out of my word stash, and that is probably one of the first dies that Surprise Creation ever made. So you're going back 4 or 5 years. So I don't know whether they still do it. I will have a look, but it's a great size, as you can see. And there's another banner that comes up this way, and it has this style of writing in it, and it just says "to you." So it's a huge die. I mean, this let me get my ruler. Do I have my ruler? That's right, my husband is always stealing my ruler for his projects. But just to give you an idea here, this card is 9 inches, so that lettering is 4¼ inches across. But it's great. It's got a sort of retro feel to it, but as I said, I've had it for an awful long time, and I do like to keep using my old dies. I don't just buy new stuff and put everything else away. I like to get things out and mix and match. Now this cardstock here at the back is the laser foil cardstock from Alina Craft, and it's really pretty. It really suits this style of die. So that is the mermaid background, and also comes with a card frame. Now the base that I chose to use for this one comes from this next slimline set, and that's this one. Now this is an interesting die set because it's all put together, you know, sort of superhero, superwoman, supergirl kind of thing. And you've got the exploding speech bubbles, and you've got those really cool sort of like superhero type style words. But if you took those away and cut in just a really nice sort of like spring green or grass green and do the frame in white, then it can become a very sport-like background where you could make it out to be a sort of tennis court or a soccer pitch. if you know what I mean. But in this style, it's great. For me, this is a masculine card. And, you know, superhero, you're my hero, anyone in the services that you want to give a message like that to. And of course, little boys for superhero characters and little girls for Wonder Woman and things like that. It's just a perfect die for that. But as I say, take those elements out and cut in green and white, and you've got your tennis court and your soccer pitch. So, what did I make? I kept it really simple, and I used a piece of scrapbook cardstock there from Tuesday morning, and it's an awesome paper pad. You get 60 sheets for $4.99. Now, I don't know why that is. Maybe that kind of lettering or colouring isn't popular, but there's some awesome sort of like real bright, glittery sunburst designs and things like that in this pack. So that's what I did. I just kept it simple so that you could see everything that's going on there. But I hope you can see that if all that background there was in green and you've got a couple of little tennis rackets or something, that it could be a sporty looking thing as well. So that's that one. And next up is the wish list scroll, and that is the die, and the haul video should link immediately after this one, so that if you miss that you can go back and look at it. And I'll just pop that underneath there so I'm not squashing anything. And here's what I made. You've got this lovely little hanging section here, and you've got the words wish list. That cardstock there is from Hobby Lobby, and I used antique linen in distress oxide. And look at those lovely little tea lights. I hope my camera's behaving. We've had terrible rain here, you know. It's like 2 weeks of rain, and I know I shouldn't complain because the plants needed it, but it just affects the camera. So that's how I did that. I did it as is, but if you turned it that way, then you can make a great card for Christmas, and you can stamp a very large sentiment in there and maybe an image of Santa off to the edge. And just so that you're getting good use out of it, your pirate ships and your pirates and your parrots and a pirate map background and things like that. So you're still going to get great use. Great for a graduation, great to announce an engagement or an invitation for a wedding, done in nice crisp white and silver edges or gold edges there. So you get good use out of this one. Right, so that's what I have for you today. And so far, and I know it's Thursday, I think I've been quite good this week because I've only got 2 sets of dies left to use. So that will be the Advent planner page and also the stitched slimline, the double set. I've got to use that. But I think I'm also going to come back tomorrow and do some more of those light bulb ornaments that I designed and do them in a more traditional way. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for stopping by. You have a fabulous day, and as usual, all links below. Bye.